Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel which is Explore Yourselves, Banking and General Knowledge etc. Jai Hind. Historical events of December 10. A journey through time of 10th December 2024 Tuesday. Today that is 10th December highlight and history. 1652. Defeat at the Battle of Dungeness causes the Commonwealth of England to reform its navy. 1665. The Royal Netherlands Marine Corps is founded by Michel de Ruyter. 1684. Isaac Newton's derivation of Kepler's laws from his theory of gravity contained in the paper De Motu Corporum in Giram is read to the Royal Society by Edmund Halley. 1768. The first edition of the Encyclopedia Britannica is published. 1799. France adopts the metri as its official unit of length. 1817. Mississippi becomes the 20th US state. 1861. American Civil War. The Confederate States of America accept a rival state government's pronouncement that declares Kentucky to be the 13th state of the Confederacy. 1861. Forces led by Nguyen Trang Trac, an anti-colonial guerrilla leader in southern Vietnam, seeing the French Lorcha l'Esperance. 1864. American Civil War. Sherman's March to the Sea. Major General William Tecumseh's Sherman's Union Army troops reached the outer Confederate defenses of Savannah, Georgia. 1877. Russo-Turkish War. The Russian army captures Plevna after a 5-month siege. The garrison of 25,000 surviving Turks surrenders. The Russian victory is decisive for the outcome of the war and the liberation of Bulgaria. 1896. Alfred Jarry's Ubu Roy premieres in Paris. A riot breaks out at the end of the performance. 1898. Spanish-American War. The Treaty of Paris is signed, officially ending the conflict. Spain cedes administration of Cuba to the United States and the United States agrees to pay Spain $20 million for the Philippines. 1901. The first Nobel Prize ceremony is held in Stockholm on the 5th anniversary of Alfred Nobel's death. 1902. The opening of the reservoir of the Aswan Dam in Egypt. 1906. US President Theodore Roosevelt is awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for his role in the mediation of the Russo-Japanese War, becoming the first American to win a Nobel Prize in any field. 1907. The worst night of the Brown Dog riots in London, when 1,000 medical students protesting against the existence of a new memorial for animals that have been vivisected clashed with 400 police officers. 1909. Selma Lagerlöf becomes the first female writer to receive the Nobel Prize in Literature. 1932. Thailand becomes a constitutional monarchy. 1936. Abdication crisis. Edward VIII signs the instrument of abdication. 1941. World War II. The Royal Navy capital ships HMS Prince of Wales and HMS Repulse are sunk by Imperial Japanese Navy torpedo bombers near British Malaya. 1941. World War II. Battle of the Philippines. Imperial Japanese forces under the command of General Masaharu Homa land on Luzon. 1942. World War II. Government of Poland in exile sent Reskizny's note, the first official report on the Holocaust, to 26 governments who signed the declaration by United Nations. 1948. The Human Rights Convention is signed by the United Nations. 1949. Chinese Civil War. The People's Liberation Army begins its siege of Chengdu, the last Kuomintang held city in mainland China, forcing President of the Republic of China Chiang Kai-shek and his governments to retreat to Taiwan. 1953. British Prime Minister Winston Churchill receives the Nobel Prize in Literature. 1963. Zanzibar gains independence from the United Kingdom as a constitutional monarchy under Sultan Jamshid bin Abdullah. 1963. An assassination attempt on the British High Commission in Aden kills 2 people and wounds dozens more. 1968. Japan's biggest heist, the still unsolved 300 million yen robbery, is carried out in Tokyo. 1978. Arab-Israeli conflict. Prime Minister of Israel Menachem Begin and President of Egypt Anwar Sadat are jointly awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. 1979. Kohasiang incident. Taiwanese pro-democracy demonstrations are suppressed by the KMT dictatorship and organizers are arrested. 1983. Democracy is restored in Argentina with the inauguration of President Raul Alfonsín. 1984. United Nations General Assembly recognizes the Convention Against Torture. 1989. Mongolian Revolution. At the country's first open pro-democracy public demonstration, Tashkent Elbegdorj announces the establishment of the Mongolian Democratic Union. 1991. Nur-Sultan Nazarbayev is sworn in as the first president of Kazakhstan. 1991. The Kazakh Soviet Socialist Republic is renamed into the Republic of Kazakhstan. 1993. The last ship leaves Warmouth Colliery in Sunderland. The closure of the 156-year-old pit marks the end of the old County Durham coalfield, which has been in operation since the Middle Ages. 1994. Rwandan genocide. Maurice Baril, military advisor to the UN Secretary General and head of the military division of the Department of Peacekeeping Operations, recommends that UNAMIR stand down. 1995. The Israeli army withdraws from Nablus pursuant to the terms of Oslo Accord. 1996. The new constitution of South Africa is promulgated by Nelson Mandela. 1999. Helen Clark is sworn in as Prime Minister of New Zealand, the second woman to hold the post and the first following an election. 2005. Sosoliso Airlines Flight 1145 crashes at Port Harcourt International Airport in Nigeria, killing 108 people. 2014. Palestinian Minister Jayad Abu In is killed after the suppression of a demonstration by Israeli forces in the village Turmusaya in Ramallah. 2015. Rojava conflict. The Syrian Democratic Council is established in Derik, forming the political wing of the Syrian Democratic Forces in northeast Syria. 2016. Two explosions outside a football stadium in Istanbul, Turkey, kill 38 people and injure 166 others. 2017. ISIL is defeated in Iraq. 2019. The Ostrava hospital attack in the Czech Republic results in 8 deaths, including the perpetrator. 2021. A widespread deadly and violent tornado outbreak slams the central, midwestern and southern regions of the United States. 89 people are killed by the tornadoes, with most of the fatalities occurring in Kentucky, where a single tornado kills 57 people and injures hundreds of others. Thank you very much for your patience.